Hey, everybody, welcome to CLIPA Live. Happy Wednesday. Very excited to have our guest on today. Very excited to introduce let's introduce Swapnil. Let's not stop here. Welcome to the program.
Thanks, Matt. I'm excited as you are.
Yeah, very cool. We're excited to have you at CLIPA Con. This is your first time coming, right?
Correct.
All right. Well, welcome. You're in for an experience. I don't know if it's a trade show or networking or just a party. People like to come just for a social event. It's a good time, but there's a lot of learning, which is great. So we are very
great things.
Yeah, good. Hopefully nothing bad, but anyway, welcome to the program. Let's talk about you. Just talk about you and you're the founder of BlueHopper. In Mesh Tech. So
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that. When I first heard Mesh Tech and BlueHopper, I was like, I don't know what that is. So
Right.
Let's just hear your side of things and what you do there, and tell us about the company.
Absolutely. I'm Swapnil Bora, founder and CEO of Mesh Tech Labs, and BlueHopper Lighting is subsidiary of Mesh Tech Labs. So Mesh Tech Labs is a IoT, Internet of Things with
Oh, I think we lost you. There you are. Uh-oh, where'd you go? All right, well, we may have lost him. Hopefully he'll jump back on here.
All right. Somehow
There you are.
locked out. Okay, there you go. So
Yeah. Are you guys
Yes.
using on your end for technology and all this stuff, your camera and stuff? Are you guys using your technology?
I think I need to start doing that.
All right,
Yeah.
let's start over because I think we lost you like right in the beginning there. So
Right.
go ahead and start
Right.
over.
So again, Swapnil Bora, founder and CEO of Mesh Tech Labs,
Yeah.
and BlueHopper Lighting is the subsidiary at Mesh Tech Labs, focusing on outdoor lighting and solutions, outdoor lighting technologies, controls, and you name it. And the idea behind BlueHopper was really Mesh Tech's long-range Bluetooth mesh solution. And then when we say long-range meshing, it really means over, 1,000 feet of range from one device to other device. And they also form a mesh network, which means you can now have hundreds and thousands of devices covering entire town, right? So we have our technologies in greenhouses, smart cities, school environments, commercial properties, various other things, even exit signs, and then so many amazing companies we work with at Mesh Tech Labs. And BlueHopper came to existence because we were able to solve these issues that people face for outdoor installations, right? And that's the idea. Myself,
Uh-oh, keep losing him. All right, till we get them back here, I'll just talk a little bit about their system. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but BlueHopper Mesh Tech allows you to basically, if you go out to a city, I think this is the best way to describe it. You're doing a city and you want all the buildings to work together at the same time. You have what's called repeaters that are on the buildings, and that allows you to basically control, the whole area at the same time. So you could probably explain it a little better than us, but this is the next level stuff. The BlueHopper Mesh Tech is really cool stuff. So hopefully we get him back here so he can kind of explain himself. There we go. I don't know if you heard anything.
Sorry about that. Not sure what's going on. Yeah, I did not, but thanks for covering. And myself, I have electronics engineering background. And work with Honeywell and Siemens. I've developed hundreds of, the embedded systems or Internet of Things kinds of solutions. And also did MBA at UT Dallas in finance and strategy. And that's where we started this complete outdoor lighting, smart lighting solutions. Today we have 40 plus issued patents which me and my team is very proud of.
Cool.
And a lot of international awards, including Lightfair International, specifically focusing on tech side towards the lighting technologies. And we're just growing. The outdoor lighting market is growing tremendously, and we are blessed to have people like yourself who are, giving the direction,
Yeah.
leading the industry the way it should be. And then I'm just excited to be now part and associated with CLIPA.
Yeah. Yeah, we're excited to have you. So when you were gone, when we lost you in the last one, I was kind of talking about I was putting it in installer terms is what I was doing, and I was using a city as an example, and the mesh tech technology and stuff. Like you have the repeaters, or they're called repeaters, right? Is that what
Correct.
they're? Yeah. So you put
In,
repeaters on buildings, so they're all speaking to each other. So essentially, it
correct.
allows you to walk out, and the sky's the limit. I mean, if you want to light up, if you have repeaters
Exactly.
in Las Vegas, and I want to click a button like that, it turns all red. So that allows that
Correct.
technology to work together. Hopefully, I
Correct.
described that
Correct.
correctly.
So the way it works with each and every light. So we have now complete lighting portfolio. It includes roofline lighting, which is front-facing solution, commercial building owners all like love that. Under
Yeah.
soffit solution, which is also popular. We also came up with Apex Ascent lighting solution. Everything works together. Then we have landscape lighting solutions with all sorts of fixtures, MR16, G4 bipin, PAR36 bulbs, floodlights from 20 watts to 300 watts, bistro or patio string lights, and all sorts of Christmas timers or any timers for say landscape lighting, transformers, as well as the Christmas timers, which and right, all these things, and decorative lighting with one of the partners like Minion and many other partners. So overall, 50 plus products together under one stop shop,
Yeah.
and everything on one app. The pairing, commissioning, we challenge everyone like, hey, you should be able to do this within 10 seconds max. And I'm willing
Yeah.
to take the product back if you cannot commission the product within 10 seconds. And
No.
then,
Right.
yeah, so basically it should be as simple as I commission my AirPods, right? And then manage it. It should be all secure. So all our data also resides within the US. We use Amazon Web Services, and that kind of is big check mark for big commercial properties,
Sure.
as well as municipal projects, right? No one wants data to go to foreign servers and route it there. So security, encryption, all these things come very handy. And when everything works together with the vast product portfolio under one app, seamless, it is scalable solution is what we are able to provide, right? Like people put roofline lighting this year, next year they have additional budget, they go for landscape lighting or bistro lights, right? And
Hmm.
then all sorts of features from thousands of effects, music sync, AI integration,
Yeah.
integration with your Ring camera, Google, Alexa, all sorts of these security systems as well, like getting a lot more functional value. So what we have
Yeah.
been focusing on.
And I love that you guys focused on the simplicity, making it easy. As you just mentioned, it's like you get in there, you can't do it 10 seconds, 10 seconds, we'll take it back type thing. That's really
Right,
what's needed because this technology, what you're talking about, all the stuff, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, whatever it is,
right.
lighting, you guys do it essentially. That used to be so difficult to understand. And it was like people just give up. They throw their hands in the air. I'm done with this. But you've simplified things. You've made it, user friendly where people can go in there, they can connect to it, and it's simple for them to use RGB and all these different solutions you're talking about, which is amazing.
Exactly, exactly. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
You touched upon one thing real quick. I want to go back to this, your timers. Something simple. And I'm excited about this. I'm going to start integrating these into my installations because we used to use like radio frequency timers and stuff like that. And what we didn't realize, I'm going to throw out a quick, and we're going to use it on this city. This city that we do is a tree lighting ceremony. And I did Bluetooth for all these little timer devices. It wasn't yours. It was a
right.
different. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great. I can get everything to turn on at the same time. All I do is press these buttons. What I didn't take in consideration is all the people coming in with all the traffic, all the cell phone traffic and all that stuff. it threw off my signal. It worked great
Right.
when nobody was there, but then I started doing it. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to start using your Wi-Fi controller timers, which I'm really excited about. So you'll see
Okay.
an order coming through for a lot of those pretty soon.
Oh, there you go. Awesome. One of the things, by the way, about timers and any of our controllers is the real-time scheduling. So what we developed is having a clock with battery that is engineered to last over 10 years, no
Yeah.
issues, right? So the clock keeps running like our wristwatch, right? So timers knows what day and time it is. Timers know with respect to dawn dusk times, like throughout the
Mhm.
year.
Yeah.
So even if there is no power, right? Power outages comes back. For some reason, people have turned the timer off, right? And they're putting it back. The schedules remain intact and they just work. And that is also long range Bluetooth mesh, which means even when the say our smart plug is inside the transformer, which is aluminum, I think 1 mm, 2 mm thick aluminum, you get
Hmm.
50 feet of range from your iPhone,
That's
right?
great.
So that kind of makes things super simple. And because the schedule remain at the timer level, you don't have to worry about Wi-Fi connectivity, any internet connectivity, cloud connectivity. Every device, we call it as edge computing, like it's doing intelligent computing right at the timer
Hmm.
level. And
Yeah.
that's what we are gaining a lot of traction for these lights, for Christmas lighting, and even
Yep.
for any commercial municipal projects where scheduling is, the most critical part. Like I want to have that Christmas light turn on right at this time, no matter
Yeah.
what, for all the 100 lights throughout my town, right? So
Sure.
that's something we are able to achieve.
Yeah, and I do want to continue on timers because a lot of the people that are watching this program, a lot of people we work with are brand new to the industry. So they're just trying to learn what a C9 bulb is and a mini light and stuff like that. So they're in their infancy stage of the Christmas light industry. So they may not be ready for the mesh tech and the blue roots, but who knows, maybe they are. But the timers is something they can incorporate in that. And my understanding on the timer is your Wi-Fi timer is I can actually see on my app remotely, I can see if it's on or off. Is that correct? Some of that.
So yeah, so a couple of things. So it's long range Bluetooth timer. We don't incorporate Wi-Fi inside it. The Bluetooth Wi-Fi, there's a gateway, which is Bluetooth Wi-Fi and Ethernet together
Yeah,
that
yeah,
can be inside the house. And then that gateway acts as, communication hub for all the devices connecting it to the internet, right? So
yeah,
now you can see all the devices connected for that property, connected to that property. It will
yeah.
take care of that. And that's what we are going to be focusing mostly on, like
Hmm.
gateway as a hub and node structure. And when it comes to local communication, local control, even if you don't have gateway, and this is the situation where it's remote places and so on, that's where you are able to get local communication, uh, which is reliable, and then you don't need internet connectivity at all.
Yeah.
So each timer has long range Bluetooth mesh, and the gateway with Wi-Fi allows you to connect that. It's a separate device.
Yeah, yeah.
That
So when I
way.
explained it, yeah, the device itself doesn't have the Wi-Fi, but you can connect it to
Correct.
that Wi-Fi of the area. And then from there, I can have multiple timers within the area that are all feeding off that one. Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, really cool. So I'm
Correct.
excited about that. I can't wait to
Yeah.
do that. And I'm already thinking like a lot of projects I have where cities and shopping centers where there's, five, six, eight timers where I could be like, man, I could link these things and I can just turn them all. And this city wants everything turned on at once. Boom, I'm gonna be able to do that. And your
Right.
technology is what provides that for me. And that's awesome.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very cool. So
Yeah.
what's new? What you guys got going new? Anything new that we can
Oh,
look forward to? Anything
amazing stuff going on. So we're the first company to launch natural language communication with your lighting. So you can literally say, hey, schedule a lights for the big game tonight. And it will
yeah,
know, hey, this person, Matt resides in this city, and tomorrow, the big game is potentially this NFL or NBA game. The team colors are automatically this, and it
yeah,
will automatically suggest, hey, would you like to have your lights turned on to these colors from this time to this time, taking all the information from the cloud, but being very intelligent, like he
yeah.
has learned automatically, with AI. And now the complexity of programming, I need to go enter and schedule and find when my games are and etc., which would take, let's say, 10 minutes, is now 10 seconds. And that is the convenience we are able to bring. And then another thing is the scenes, which is again AI generative scenes. Like it, you put all the lights, landscape, roofline, you name it, and you just have to say, "Hey, give me Christmas scene." You can speak naturally, and it will automatically understand which light should turn green, which should turn red, which should turn
Mhm.
white. It will give you some ideas, and you can keep it randomized as you wish. So amazing things, and it's all about the way we think. My engineering team, I'm very proud of. The thing is how we bring convenience, how we solve the problems that use, user is facing and the installer is facing. We want to make life of installer installing the product,
Yeah.
managing it, maintaining it, and scaling it to further more and more products so they can generate more revenue out of the same property, right? How we make it easier for them. And so installation time, we want to ensure we are like at least two-third better than any of our competitors. That's how we focus on. And even the users, how we make it super simple for them to use and then not get overwhelmed with all these features, functionality, and I have 40 effects and I need to do that programming. Just
Yeah.
get out of it, just talk to it and then should do the
Yeah, and
work.
I love that you mentioned this several times is the user, that's user side of it that you guys really cater to the user. When you're developing something and you're very tech, you're thinking tech, you get so caught up in like, oh, this is
Right.
simple, this is easy. Anybody could do it, but that's not the case. You have to
Exactly.
build something, you have to develop something as if I have no clue what I'm looking at, but I've got to make it as simple as possible. And it
Yeah.
sounds like you guys are really focusing your attention on making sure the end user
Yeah.
is getting in there and they're like, oh, okay, this is a no-brainer type thing. Because I get it. I understand, developing something, building something. I'm like, yeah, you should know this because
Yeah.
I'm so used to it. I know it from the back of my hand, but they don't as a user.
Yeah. I need to think like simply like, is my father or my son who is 8 years
Yeah.
old, will they be able to use it
Yeah.
without
Exactly.
teaching
There you
them?
go. There you
And
go.
they like to still flip a switch, right? On off. That's the best convenience we ever had.
Yeah.
And how closer we can bring that convenience to the end user and even installers while installing. That's the idea. Like it's a fun to challenge ourselves internally and get that
Yeah.
done. But yeah.
Cool. Very nice. All right. Well, I'm going to go. We're going to wrap it up here in just a minute. But I do want to ask you. Oh, I may have lost you. Or,
Yep.
there you are. There you are.
Yep.
You got a
Yep.
lot of activity going behind you. There's like people walking
I
around.
know. Yeah, exactly.
I was like, oh, he's got his
I'm in
AI
the
screen
office
on here,
and
but then there's
yeah,
not
I
people
didn't put
walking
that today.
around. That's great, though. So let's go to you yourself, Swap Mill. Anything you're focused on yourself, you personal. You don't have to get too personal, but anything you're focusing on this year that you're trying to implement in your own life. Not necessarily in Blue Hopper, not in those businesses. But what about yourself?
Yeah, myself, just want to, I'm focusing more on, the health these days, sports, playing yoga, meditation, myself,
Yeah,
right? In the end, when we look back, then we see, hey, what we have been missing. And three things always come to my mind, which I learned from one of my mentors is like, hey, first thing is character, do not lose it.
yeah,
Second thing is health. You lose it, you're losing something. Third thing
sure,
is money. You lose a lot of money, doesn't matter. You can get it back. So now that's my focus. Let's get back more focus on healthier stuff. And
yeah,
that's what we are focusing on. Like in my office, wherever possible, we have created free programs for yoga, gym,
Hmm.
meditation, and so on. And then I myself started playing a lot of sports. I'm not sure if you have seen cricket, but I play cricket and I
Yeah,
started playing pickleball almost every night, which
okay,
I
yeah,
love. Yeah.
yeah,
And so those are simple few things. And then teaching good values to my son.
I love it.
That's that's the idea here,
That's
keeping it
perfect. Love it.
simple.
Yeah, very cool. Well, we're excited to have you out at CLIPA Con the first time. Very excited to have you there. People, if you want to come out, if you want to learn more about the opportunities you have with their products, come on out. You're going to learn a lot. Even if you're that infancy stage, there's something you can do, because eventually you want to get to the point where you're using this product. You want to come out to CLIPA Con, you want to learn more about it. So Swapnil, thank you very much. We're looking forward to having you out there. Can't wait to see what you guys have in store.
Likewise, Matt, and with me, I'll be having Sarah Fedorov, our sales director. She is
Yeah,
phenomenal. People can reach out to her, Sarah at bluehopper.com, SARA at bluehopper.com, or me, Swapnil at bluehopper.com. And
yeah,
we are here to, create a lot of businesses, small businesses, medium businesses, and scale them. The outdoor lighting industry, it's booming. It's over 30 years YOY, and it's
yeah.
kind of that smartphone, like feature phone to smartphone conversion. That's what's happening with outdoor lighting industry, but it's happening so fast. Like within next, I would say 5 to 10 years, every outdoor lighting will be smart, right? Connected, colorful, and amazing, creating that environment, that vibe with functionality.
Oh, I love it. You guys are the forefront of making that happen, which is pretty cool. And I want to give kudos to Sarah. She's been hounding us for a while to get connected, and here we are. So
There you
uh,
go.
she got us connected, and we're real excited to work with you guys. I think coming together is going to be a huge partnership for us. So really looking forward to it and seeing what we can put together.
Perfect. Thanks
All
so
right.
much, Matt. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. If you guys want to join us August 26th, coming up here real quick at the Gaylord Palms Resort Convention Center in Orlando, not in Nashville. Don't show up in Nashville this year. I know you guys are used to that. We'll be in Orlando this year. Really looking forward to. So bring your swimsuit. So I want to thank our sponsors, first and foremost, BlueHopper. Thank you guys very much for your support. Looking forward to seeing you out there. Mr. Pipeline, S4 Lights, Lightnetics, Holiday Dynamics, Tensile CRM, Rooftop Safety USA, Tough Clips, Holiday Home Concepts, Gutter Growth, Syngem, and Big Star Lights. Without them, we could not make this possible. So we do want to thank you all for supporting us through the years, and looking forward to seeing everybody in Orlando. Swapnil, once again, thank you very much, and I'll see you in Orlando.
Likewise, looking forward to it, Matt. Thank you.
Thank you.